Good evening and welcome to Pakistan Today from our Islamabad studio. I'm Chris Taylor. Iran has accused the United States of violating international law and the Memorandum of Understanding signed between the two countries. In an exclusive interview with Press TV, Iranian Foreign Ministry spokesman Esmail Baqai described the U.S. action as an act of aggression. Iran also condemned what it called a barbaric U.S. strike near a cancer hospital in the country's southwest. According to Baqai, the attack forced the emergency evacuation of 211 patients, most of whom were undergoing chemotherapy. He called the strike a war crime against innocent children battling cancer. Iran has warned that the conflict could widen if the United States continues its military strikes. Iranian army spokesman Mohammad Akraminia said any further U.S. aggression would open what he described as new arenas of confrontation, while adding that Iran has not yet demonstrated the full extent of its military capabilities. At the same time, he stressed that Tehran has no intention of confronting neighboring countries or other Islamic nations, reaffirming Iran's commitment to regional cooperation while pledging to defend the country's security, interests, and sovereignty. U.S. forces have carried out a fifth consecutive day of strikes on Iran, targeting command centers, air defense systems, missile and drone capabilities, according to CENTCOM. Meanwhile, the Wall Street Journal reports that President Donald Trump is discussing the possible deployment of U.S. ground troops, including a potential operation involving Iran's Karg Island. No final decision has been announced, and divisions reportedly remain within the administration. Vice President J.D. Vance has opposed such a move, saying the era of sending troops to change governments is over. Separately, President Trump welcomed Iran's release of a U.S. citizen, describing it as a gesture of goodwill. U.S. Vice President J.D. Vance has also claimed that some members of the Israeli government attempted to influence American public opinion against Washington's agreement to end the war with Iran. Speaking on Joe Rogan's podcast, Vance defended the agreement, saying certain Israeli officials wanted the United States to continue its military campaign. His remarks come as public differences between Washington and Tel Aviv continue over the Iran deal, with critics arguing that the agreement does not sufficiently address Iran's missile program or nuclear facilities. Kuwait says its air defenses are responding to a new wave of Iranian drone attacks as tensions between Iran and the United States continue to rise over the Strait of Hormuz. Explosions were reported near Kuwait City as the military engaged what it described as hostile drones. Meanwhile, in Iraq, a drone struck a ship off the coast of Basra. According to a security official, the vessel was carrying American-branded vehicles after arriving from the United Arab Emirates. Iraq's oil ministry says it is verifying reports that an object struck the tanker. Deputy Prime Minister and Foreign Minister Ishaq Dar has arrived in Shanghai, China, on an official two-day visit. He was received by Shanghai Vice Mayor Wu Wei, Pakistan's Chargé d'Affaires Aizaz Khan, and Consul General Shahzad Ahmad Khan. During the visit, Dar is expected to meet Chinese officials and international representatives to discuss matters of mutual interest, strengthen bilateral cooperation, and enhance collaboration in emerging technologies as well as other strategic sectors. The Election Commission of Pakistan has decided to review electoral laws and constitutional provisions ahead of the next general elections. A legal reforms committee has been activated to examine legal and constitutional issues identified during the 2024 general elections. The committee will prepare recommendations for amendments to the Constitution, the Elections Act 2017, and the Election Rules 2017. According to sources, the proposed reforms are intended to strengthen the legal framework, improve transparency, and bring Pakistan's electoral system further in line with international best practices. That's all for now. You're watching Pakistan Today. I'm Chris Taylor.